My brother just graduated college last year, and I was talking to him, and one of the things he said to me kind of stuck with me. It's like, it almost wasn't worth it going to college because of the debt I had. That debt was hanging around his neck like an iron chain. He's told me how it was really affecting him and how it was hard to pay off. My brother was going to a nonprofit college, so it wasn't one of the more expensive colleges, and he was second in his class, ironically behind his wife. But he was receiving aid from the college because of his high grades. With his graduating class, his wife was the valedictorian, he was second in the class. So even with all that, college was still expensive for him. So what I'm saying here is that college is becoming extremely expensive, and that rising college prices are limiting options for students trying to avoid a lot of debt. So it's really difficult to go to college and not have a lot of debt. The main issues with colleges are increasing above inflation rate, that students in the U.S. are falling behind, so it's harder for them to complete secondary education, and student debt and rising college prices are limiting the future options after college. So students right now in the United States are being prepared for standardized testing a lot, which is all right, but the effects of this are not all right. By being prepared for standardized tests, students are falling behind in other subjects, and their problem-solving skills have decreased dramatically. So as they're going to college, it's giving them issues as they get into college. So people aren't wanting to go to college because it's harder now, because they're used to being prepared for a standardized test in high school. As Americans are falling behind in education, it's creating problems for many Americans, because if you're not getting a good education, it's hard to get a good job, so they're not making as much money. The college are increasing college prices right now because the federal and state governments are no longer paying as much financial aid as they used to. They're decreasing it. President Obama recently tried to increase it, but was denied by Congress to increase it like he wanted to. So it's still being decreased, and colleges are increasing tuition to counteract the effects of less money. Students are forced to take out loans to pay for much of their college expenses because you're not going to have $40,000 sitting around when you are 18. So massive loan debts are causing a huge problem. There's over $1.2 trillion in student loan debt, according to TICAS. So one of the questions we're asking ourselves is, how do we fix this problem with so much student debt and all the issues regarding college? People have really started looking for a solution. But the big issue right now is money. Obama tried to get more money to financial aid, but couldn't, because we're already in so much debt. He couldn't license giving that much money to students when we need other debt paid off. So the question is, where's this money going to come from? Some solutions are reducing college spending, but that's difficult because colleges are used to spending as much as they do, and to reduce it would have to cut options. People will be losing jobs, so it's not necessarily a great solution. Increased taxes. A lot of people can't pay their taxes already, so as America is going into debt, that'd be another hard solution. One of the better solutions will be free college where the government pays. There were studies showing that this might actually be cheaper than giving all the money in financial aid they're doing. So if it can be free, why not? Many countries are starting to go to this, like Germany, Denmark, and Canada. So if we want to keep up with other countries as they go to this and compete on the world scale, we're going to have to do something to our education to encourage people to continue to compete. So what I'm saying here is, we don't want college to limit options, because someone could be a doctor that didn't go to college because of the debt they'd received, and they may have found the cure to cancer. So as a populace, we need to continue to compete and engage in secondary education.
If we make college free, don't you feel like you might have some people going to college, maybe they shouldn't be in that college, like they didn't have the requirements in high school and stuff, and it's kind of just hurting the college, you know what I mean? Like,
The college would still have requirements to enter into the colleges. I'm sure as you know, as you've applied to colleges, all have requirements. You have to have certain test scores, certain grades, to look at your transcript. So you still have to be able to enter the college, but there are public colleges that can't refuse you, like Ivy Tech. So that's where certain people have to go.
If you had like free colleges, how would that college stay running without this sort of income coming in?
The government already gives a lot of money to these colleges, but they're giving increasing money to student debt, like the loans. The government's giving money to loan to the students as they go into college, like Pell Grants and financial aid. And the money they're already giving away could run a school. There was a study done, and it wouldn't be too much more expensive to have free college than just altogether than just giving all the money away to students that aren't paying it back.
Would it be free for people who live in like a different state who want to go out of state to college? Like,
It will
would it
be free across the country, and if it ever happened. Germany made free college in the entirety of Germany, and the main cost for their students are just like transportation and book fees. And they give reduced fees on those as well for students.
Okay, if they get federal support and they can be supported just off of that money they're given, why is tuition so high?
Tuition is increasingly rising because teachers are getting raises, there are more programs available, and a huge thing in recent years has been college sports are getting increasingly large, and massive spending in college sports, and coaches will be making millions as they're coaching.
So could a person in like America go to Germany and get free college?
Germany was accepting foreign exchange students in Germany and giving them a free education.
Do you find anything about alternatives to loans? So
A lot of people try, instead of loans, to get scholarships. If you have higher test scores, you can get money taken off of what you're going to be paying. And then there's miscellaneous scholarships that go out on computer. You can fill out essays, and you can have interviews, do community service, you'll get some taken off. If you have certain heritage, you can get money taken off. There's a lot of different little things, but it doesn't add up to the huge bill of college typically.